What's poppin'? This video is about Jupiter, Venus, and Neptune conjunction happening in Pisces, which is the conjunction that we all want. The whole world got shut down when Saturn and Pluto came together in Capricorn. Capricorn is the most restrictive sign. Saturn is the most restrictive planet, and Pluto is about transformations. And whenever you go through a transformation, you're severely restricted. Like a butterfly that goes through a transformation, it has to stay in a cocoon for like 3 months. It can't move, can't go nowhere, right? So all three of these, both of these planets and the sign was screaming restrictions, like basically. And what happened? They came together. I think what January, January 2020, and then what happened? A month or two later, the whole world shut down. The whole world shut down. Basically, the whole world got restricted with the illness, which Pluto denotes. Pluto rules illnesses, sicknesses, things that's hard to see, the invisible, secrets. And not only that, secrets came out about the people who run America. A lot of people understand that the people who run America is not who they say they was. Like people understand how bad things really is on the highest political levels. But because of Pluto exposes it, Pluto exposes secrets. But the whole world got shut down and restricted by illness, right? And if you was looking at astrology, you would have be able to predict that. You would have seen that coming. You'd be like, oh, this, oh, this is something like this is gonna happen. And what happened? Exactly what astrology said was gonna happen. That's what happened. Massive restrictions, massive delays, massive blockages, and that's what happened in the world. The whole world got restricted. The whole world got shut down. And basically, Saturn and Pluto is like the worst planets, right? Saturn is known as Satan. That's where Satan comes from, because Saturn is so harsh. Saturn teaches the harshest, painful, most brutal lessons that there is to learn. Pluto is known as the devil too, because Pluto is just as horrible as Saturn, might be worse than Saturn, because in order to transform, you have to be destroyed. The old you has to be destroyed. In the process of destroying the old you, it's not fun. It's not a fun process. It's very, very painful, very, very depressing, very, very something that you don't really want to go through, but you're usually forced to go through it, right? Pluto transforms, Pluto evolves, and America's basically being transformed, basically being evolved, and it's happening in a very unkind way. That's what suited Saturn and Pluto. They do things in an unkind way, in an unfavorable way. And that's why everybody is scared. All the ancient astrologers are all scared of Saturn, all scared of Pluto, right? At the end of the day, it's all good, right? It's all for our benefit. But from a limited point of view, from a superficial point of view, from an individual point of view, it sucks. It sucks. It is not fun. It's horrible. But these planets came together and the whole world got shut down. Now, and Jupiter was there too. Jupiter was behind Pluto and Saturn. So Jupiter was in Capricorn. Basically, Jupiter had to play by Capricorn's rules. And Jupiter is all about freedom, expansion, doing what you want, you know. But Saturn had Jupiter in a chokehold, right? Because Jupiter was in Saturn's sign, Capricorn. And Jupiter's debilitated there because Jupiter is about freedom, Saturn is about restrictions, no freedom. And Saturn is about delays and dealing with the physical world, not about faith in God and none of that, right? So when Jupiter's in Capricorn, all that suffers. Spiritual people, good people, righteous people, freedom people, loving people, they all suffer. They all get restricted, bad things happen to them, delays, blockages, etc. But now Jupiter is away from Saturn, all right? And the worst thing about Jupiter being in Capricorn, it was next to Saturn. So that's a double whammy. It's restricted by Capricorn, then it's restricted by Saturn, and Saturn's big and tough and strong in his sign. So Jupiter got to follow Saturn's rules because Saturn's more powerful in Capricorn than Jupiter is. Jupiter is weak. That's the sign of his weakness. That's the sign of his debilitation. So basically, I mean that's the area where Jupiter is the weakest. So that was a double whammy for Jupiter. So it's obvious what happened. The whole world got restricted. Freedom got crushed. Right. The powerful people got more powerful. The people got weaker. But Jupiter and Neptune and Venus is about to make a conjunction on the 30th. And Jupiter and Neptune made a conjunction on the 12th. And these conjunctions are the best things that's about to happen. These conjunctions is what we all want. We all want these conjunctions, right? These conjunctions mean freedom, right? Watch, the whole world is about to be opened up again. Everything's about to be opened up back better than ever, right? It's going to take a couple months, right? But slowly but surely, everything's going to open back up again. Because Jupiter represents freedom, Pisces represents freedom, Neptune represents freedom. And Venus is all about pleasure, sex, enjoyment, wealth, anything that's favorable, anything that's pleasing, anything that you basically want to do, all your desires, right? Venus, are your desires to have pleasure, live life, have fun. That's what Venus is, and money, and relationships. So basically, these conjunctions is basically telling you that the whole world is about to be opened back up again. Freedom is about to come back again, and lots of miracles and things is about to happen. Right? Jupiter, Pisces, Neptune, they all represent miracles. That's miracle energy. Right? These energies is these energies dissolve blockages, right? Right? That's why Pisces is the most healing sign of the zodiac, right? When you have a illness, it's usually some blockage in your body, whether physically or energetically, right? And energetically is the hardest disease to fight because you can't really detect it, right? It's messing up your body, it's causing you to be ill, but a doctor wouldn't really be able to detect it. A traditional doctor wouldn't be able to detect it, right? It'll take a more spiritual doctor to detect it, right? Physical illnesses is far more easier to deal with because you can detect it, right? You can see where the blockages is happening at. You can see where it's happening physically. But an illness that's happened energetically, that's very hard to detect, very hard to deal with. But Pisces is the most healing sign because it dissolves blockages. It breaks blockages. Breakthrough, right? This is the breakthrough energy. You ever heard breakthrough? This is the energy where breakthroughs happen at. This is the energy where miracles happen at, right? So things that Saturn delayed, like you probably was doing something 2, 3 years ago that got delayed and got blocked, it's probably gonna come back around bigger, better than ever now, right? It's probably the doors is gonna open, right? So Jupiter, Saturn is basically go, 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 go. You know what I mean? Not Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune is basically go, 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 go. Saturn is no. Saturn is stop, slow down, right? Saturn's not doing it to you just to be a dick, right? Saturn's not just trying to hurt you. Saturn is basically saying you're not ready yet. When Saturn delays you, it's basically saying you're not ready yet. And if I let you go, you're gonna hurt yourself or you're gonna destroy the opportunity that is gonna be gifted to you. You have to be prepared for this opportunity in order for you to reap the maximum benefits from it. Otherwise, you're gonna destroy the opportunity or destroy yourself. But Jupiter is go, go, go. It's basically a go time, right? Right. If you're trying to do something, this is the best time to do it, right? Because miracles happen when Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces come together. This is a rare event. This happens every 100 something years, right? They don't meet in the sign that they both own, right? Neptune basically owns Pisces. Jupiter owns Pisces. That's both of their signs. They're both super strong in this sign. So when they come together in this sign and they both mean miracles, obviously miracles are gonna happen. Dreams are gonna come true, right? You gotta work, you gotta put in effort for it, but this is the best time to put in effort for it, right? Everything that you have been getting delayed, all your plans, all your goals that been getting delayed the last 2, 3 years, is gonna shoot forward. Watch. Next couple, give it a couple months. It's gonna shoot forward. Everything's gonna explode in your life, right? Right, and it's gonna benefit more of the spiritual people, more of the people who got a connection with God, more of people who've been having faith, right? It's gonna benefit them more, and righteous people, right? It's gonna benefit them more, right? Saturn and Pluto coming together, that's gonna benefit more the unrighteous people more, because these energies, they're not really unrighteous, but they kind of favor the unrighteous, right? But dreams are gonna come true, and Jupiter and Neptune is sextile Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation, so basically that'll probably be meaning transformation complete, right? Sextiles are good angles, they're good aspects. So these energies that's about to happen, and there's a eclipse on the 30th too. I'll make another video on that, but that's gonna that's gonna um that's gonna give this energy a huge boost, a huge boost, because eclipses are always crazy. The thing about eclipses is it's never really in the middle. It's usually real bad or real good. But if you're trying to do something right now, this is the best time to do it. When Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus coming together, and soulmates gonna come together too. Your twin flame, your true love. Venus is exalted in Pisces. So again, this is the best energy you're gonna have in a long time. Right? Jupiter in his own sign, Neptune in his own sign, Venus in its strongest position, exalted. So all three of them coming together in such a beautiful dance that's gonna open the door to everything that you've been wanting. True love, wealth. Venus represents wealth too. Wealth, magical opportunities. This is gonna be the best time of your life coming up. These next couple of months, watch. The best time of your life is about to happen. These energies are the best energies of the zodiac. Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces are the best energies. This is basically euphoria, right? The sweet escape, right? Those are key words for this transit. And having these energies come through is signifying that good times are coming again, right? Not everybody's gonna have good times, right? Just like not everybody had bad times with the Saturn and Pluto conjunction, but most people did. Most people had a bad time. Most people, I was watching everybody had some crazy bad thing happen to them, including me. I had some crazy, horrible things happen to me. But this energy is gonna benefit most people. You just gotta be open to it. You gotta know how to transmute it. You gotta know how to work the energy, right? And you don't need astrology to tell you this. If you're in tune with reality, if you're in tune with God, in tune with nature, you will feel this energy coming. But basically, astrology is for the unintuned people, the dummies. Dummies, like, we're all kind of ignorant in some way in life, but it's basically a cheat sheet. It's basically a guide, astrology, right? You don't need astrology, but if you don't have magical powers, if you don't have magical intuition, you need astrology. If you have magical power, you could tap into the universe. You don't need astrology. But most of us don't. Most of us are not tapped into our higher purpose. We need astrology. But this is gonna be the best time of your life. Yeah, this is gonna be the best time of your life coming up. But to tap into this energy, you gotta tap into unconditional love, faith, connection to God, and magic, and being able to basically using your third eye. You got to see with your third eye, not your physical eyes, to really tap into this energy. But if you tap into this energy will change your life. But to wrap this up, Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus coming together in conjunction in Pisces represents freedom finally coming forward. You finally being free and not restricted anymore, right? You finally having your dreams come true, right? And you can already see little little examples of how freedom is trying to open the door. Freedom is trying to make its way up, right? With Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter, right? Because he wants to be a free speech platform. And if he succeeds in buying Twitter, that's gonna force YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the big platforms, it's gonna force them to be more free. It's gonna force them to stop restricting people and stop telling people they can't say what they want, right? And if you haven't noticed by now, restrictions, not restrictions, but censorship has reigned supreme. Censorship has increased because of Saturn and Pluto coming together in Capricorn. Censorship is basically a form of restriction, telling people they can't say what they want, and it's not for the people's benefit. It's people who are speaking against the system, people who are speaking against the agendas of the elites, and they're basically trying to they basically crush people from speaking against the elites. Freedom of speech has been gone. If you haven't noticed by now, freedom of speech is gone. That's against the Constitution. That's against the law to stop freedom of speech. But they're still doing it. But these energies represent things being free again, freedom coming back. And Elon Musk, based on his stances, right? He said things against the people in power that, it's hard. It'll be hard for him to be disingenuine, right? Right? He's most likely really genuinely care about free speech because the things that he said against the people, the elites, those have consequences, right? You don't say things like that with no consequences, right? Especially if you're a prominent person, they're gonna be on you. They're gonna be on your tail, right? They are to open investigation on him, right? So it's I don't think he's one of them people that's saying, "Oh, well, I'm for the people. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to do the right thing," but really they trying to reap their own benefits, right? And he's probably gonna reap some benefits if he buys it, but generally, I think he genuinely cares about free speech, and he's a manifestation of the Jupiter Neptune conjunction in Pisces, which denotes freedom in all forms, in all aspects. And if he's able to buy it, that's gonna send a tidal wave of freedom through all the other social media platforms because now they got to compete with free Twitter, right? Right? They don't need to compete with nobody, right? Because they are censorship. They're all for the same thing, right? But if you have somebody big like Twitter come through with no censorship, everybody's gonna flock to Twitter, right? Because that's gonna be a free platform, and all the other platforms is gonna lose their viewers, lose their subscribers, lose the people that's following them, right? That's gonna make them lose money, right? And it's all about money. If they start losing money, they're gonna be like, oh, hold on, okay. We're gonna be more fair. They're probably gonna still censor people, but they're gonna be more fair, not shadow ban people that's that's speaking things that they don't like, right? It's gonna make them be more fair. And that's just one inkling, that's just one example of how freedom is trying to make its way through. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna take a little bit, it might take a couple months to like almost a year, but probably no longer than a year. Everything is gonna be free. Laws is gonna be changed. Drugs is probably gonna be decriminalized because Pisces rule drugs, especially marijuana. Marijuana is probably gonna be uh, decriminalized more, or a lot of more states is probably gonna legalize it in the next year. And art too, music, a lot of good music is gonna start coming back. And love. Venus is all about love. Venus in Pisces is all about soulmates, magical unions, destiny, destined people coming together, and basically true love, unconditional love. That's why Venus is exalted in Pisces, because the highest form of relationships, the highest form of love is unconditional, which Pisces represents. But you're probably gonna meet your soulmate, your twin flame in the next couple months. Prepare yourself, get ready for the best time of your life.